The first time I saw her, she was in my kitchen. Not in my neighbor's kitchen, not in a restaurant, in my own kitchen. And the way she turned to look at me, like she knew me, like she had been waiting, made my knees weak. I dropped my handbag. The plastic bottle rolled under the gas cooker. She didn't even flinch. She just said, softly, as if we were family, "Welcome home." That was the day I realized I didn't know the man I married. My name is Amaka. I live in Lekki, Lagos, a small 2-bedroom apartment my husband and I struggled to furnish. My husband, Kunle, was not the loud type. He was the good man people pray for, soft-spoken, clean, church boy, the type that carries your mother's load from the car and still kneels to greet your father. And that's why, when the cracks started showing, I blamed myself. Because in Nigeria, if your marriage is shaking, people will ask, "What did you do?" Kunle and I met during a friend's housewarming. He offered me malt and puff-puff, like a gentleman. We dated for a year. Every time I visited his family house in Ibadan, his mother would hold my hands and say, "My daughter, you are welcome." His sisters loved me too. Even our wedding was clean. No scandals, no ex-girlfriend drama, no unknown baby mama surprise. After marriage, I moved into his apartment in Lagos. Our life was simple. Work, church, small enjoyment, saving for the future. And Kunle always had this one habit. Whenever he came home, the first thing he did was go straight to the kitchen, like he was checking something. When I asked him, he would smile. "I just like to know my house is okay." I thought it was cute, until it wasn't. 3 months into our marriage, strange things started happening. 1. Missing food. I would cook soup and keep it in the freezer. The next day, it would reduce. Not small, maybe I forgot reduce. Real reduce. At first, I thought maybe Kunle ate at night. You know men. But Kunle was the type that would rather die than touch food without telling you. So I asked him. He looked genuinely confused. "Amaka, I didn't touch it." The scent. Sometimes when I returned from work, the house smelled like perfume. Not my perfume, not his cologne. A soft, expensive scent, like something a rich madam would wear. When I mentioned it, Kunle laughed. Maybe neighbor perfume entered through window, but our windows were always closed. The kitchen towel. One evening, I saw a kitchen towel folded neatly. It wasn't mine. And the strange thing? It had tiny red stains, like lipstick or palm oil or something else. When I showed Kunle, his face changed for half a second. Then he collected it and said, "Maybe the cleaner left it." We didn't have a cleaner. I started paying attention. Kunle began coming home later. He would say, "Traffic, meeting, my boss kept us." Then he started locking one particular kitchen cabinet, a cabinet that used to hold just spices and plates. One day, while he was bathing, I tried to open it. Locked. I shook it gently, like a thief in my own home, and I heard something inside. Not a rat, not plates, something soft, like cloth rubbing against cloth. My heart started beating like a drum. I stepped back before he came out. That night, I didn't sleep, because in my mind, one question kept shouting, "What is my husband hiding in the kitchen?" The kitchen secret reveals itself. It happened on a Thursday. I came home early because my boss traveled. I didn't tell Kunle. I entered the compound quietly, greeting nobody. I went up the stairs. As I approached our door, I heard a sound inside. Not TV, not music. A sound like utensils clinking. Somebody was cooking. My first thought, Kunle. But Kunle was supposed to be at work. I slowly opened the door. The living room was quiet. Then I entered the kitchen, and I saw her. A woman, mid-30s, neat lace top, Gold earrings, hair laid like she had time. She was stirring my pot like she owned it. And when she turned and saw me, she didn't scream. She didn't panic. She just smiled. A calm, confident smile. Then she said, "Welcome home." My whole body went cold. My mouth opened, but no voice came out, because my eyes landed on something else. On the counter, beside my chopping board, it was a small black nylon, tied neatly, and on it was a label, written with biro, "Kunle, do not forget." I forced my voice to come out. "Who are you?" She wiped her hands slowly, like she was not in a hurry. Then she said, "Amaka." I froze, because she never told me my name. She walked past me like we were doing catwalk in a movie and said, "You don't remember me, but I remember you." My legs became weak. "Where is Kunle?" I managed to ask. She smiled again, that same smile that doesn't reach the eyes. "He will be here soon." Then she pointed at the cabinet, the locked one. "Don't worry, the truth is inside." Before I could move, my phone buzzed. A message from Kunle. "My love, I'm coming home now. Please, no matter what you see, don't shout." My throat dried. Don't shout? In my own house? I looked up, and the woman was watching me like she had been waiting for this moment all her life. Then she spoke, soft like poison. "When he comes, let him talk first." The door opened. Kunle walked in. The moment he saw me and the woman standing there together, his face drained. He dropped his car key. It hit the floor with a loud clink. He didn't even greet me. He just whispered, "Ah, it has happened." I pointed at the woman. "Kunle, who is she?" Kunle's eyes were begging me without words. Then he looked at the woman like a child caught stealing. "Why did you come here?" he asked her. She laughed, short and dry. "You locked me out, Kunle, so I used the spare key." Spare key? My mind exploded. Kunle turned to me. His voice was shaking. "Amaka, I didn't plan it this way." The woman interrupted. "No, let me explain." She walked to the cabinet and tapped it twice. "Open it." Kunle hesitated. My chest rose and fell. "Open it," I shouted. Kunle slowly unlocked the cabinet, and inside was not money, not drugs, not charms. Inside was a small bag containing old photographs, an envelope of documents, a tiny baby shoe, and a hospital card. On the hospital card was a name. Not my name, not Kunle's name, a child's name. And under next of kin was written Kunle Adebayo. I turned to Kunle. My voice came out like a broken plate. "Kunle, whose child is this?" Kunle started crying. Yes, crying. A grown man. And he said, "Amaka, I didn't plan it this way." The woman stepped closer and whispered the words that finished me. "Ask him what happened the night your introduction took place." My introduction night? That night we celebrated? That night he said he was going to buy drinks and returned late. I stared at Kunle like I was seeing him for the first time, and Kunle couldn't look at me anymore. He just kept saying, "Amaka, forgive me." The woman picked up the black nylon from the counter, the one labeled Kunle, do not forget, and placed it gently in my hand. Then she said, "Open it." My fingers were shaking. I untied it slowly, and what I saw inside made me sit on the kitchen floor, because the kitchen secret was not just a betrayal, it was something that could destroy our lives forever.